Hello, and welcome to a quick introduction to Tableau, presented by Sherilyn Tejada Martinez and Jason Thornton. Today's agenda is starting with what is Tableau, followed by the costs and platforms Tableau can be run on, the installation and connection of your data to Tableau, producing visualizations, and wrapping up with our conclusions. So, what is Tableau? Tableau was founded in 2003 as a result of a computer science project at Stanford University. It's aimed to improve the flow and analysis and make data more accessible to people through visualization. Tableau's foundational technology, VizQL, which visually expresses data by translating drag and drop actions into data queries through an intuitive interface.
Now we're going to go into the cost for using the Tableau software. Tableau has three different options for people to use. There's one for teams and organizations, individuals, and students. As for the teams and organizations, there are three different tiers, and the first one is the Tableau Creator. The Tableau Creator is $70 per month per user and is billed annually. It includes the Tableau Desktop, Tableau Prep Builder, and one creator license of Tableau Server. Just to go back a little bit, the Tableau Desktop is the Tableau software that allows you to create the different visualizations. However, the Tableau Prep Builder is Tableau software where you could actually use to clean up your data before you jump in and start creating your visualizations. Um, and the Tableau Creator has actually full access to all Tableau features to govern, interact, manage collaborations, become an author, and prepare data on any Tableau project within your organization. Next, they also provide a Tableau Explorer. The Tableau Explorer is $35 per month per user and is billed annually. This includes one Explorer license of Tableau Server. Tableau Tableau Explorer has full interact and collaborate capabilities, but limited govern, author, and prepare rights on Tableau projects. Another option that they also provide is a Tableau Viewer, which is $12 per month per user and is billed annually. This includes one viewer license of Tableau Server. The Tableau Viewer are able to view and interact with existing Tableau projects. Now, for people who are not in teams or organizations, there's also an option for individuals. The individuals is very similar to the Tableau Creator. It's also $70 per month, and it includes Tableau Desktop, Tableau Prep Builder, and one creator license of Tableau Server. Luckily, for students, Tableau is actually free, and it includes Tableau Desktop, Tableau Prep Builder, and one creator license of Tableau Server or Tableau Online. You do have to be careful with the Tableau server. You are able to have access to the Tableau desktop locally on your computer. However, with the Tableau Online, you do have access to host all of your Tableau projects on Tableau server on their personal website, and you're able to work on those across any other computer. So you have that movability to work on your projects. Next slide. Now, for platforms, Tableau has many different options. As for operating systems, Tableau is available on Windows and Mac operating systems with a minimum of 1.5 gigabytes free disk space. So for Windows, you need to have at least 8, 8.1, or 10. And for Mac, you need at least Mojave 10.14, Mac OS Catalina 10.5, Big Sur 11.4, or newer. Um, all of Tableau's products are functional in virtualized environments. So these include Citrix, Microsoft Hyper-V, Parallels, VMware, Microsoft Azure, and Amazon EC2. And what's also useful is that Tableau can connect to hundreds of data sources, and a few to list are Amazon Athena, Apache Drill, Box, Google Sheets, Google Cloud, SQL, Microsoft Azure SQL, and many more. But it's good to highlight that there are some limitations in data sources that can occur depending on which Tableau software you are utilizing. So if you're using Tableau Prep Builder, those list of data sources do decrease, and you can find a list of those at the Tableau website.
So moving on to the installation of Tableau. It's pretty painless, but it requires getting a product key before you'll be able to use it for more than a couple of weeks. So make your way over to the Tableau website, www.tableau.com, and select the button to start a free trial. You'll get an activation link in your email, so just follow the instructions in your email to activate your accounts, download, and install Tableau. Once Tableau has been installed, connecting to your data is easy. You literally drag and drop from your File Explorer into the Tableau window. Once you've connected your data to Tableau, you'll want to pick either Live or Extract radio buttons. Live allows you real-time or near real-time data, while Extract is kind of a batch operation which needs to be refreshed from time to time to get the updated data from your data source. If your data source is updating frequently, you might slow down operational queries too much, in which case having a scheduled extract would be preferable. So pick extract if you want manual control over when any updates from the data source get incorporated into Tableau. Next, drag the CSV table from the left panel into the main graphical space. Of course, your table names will reflect your data. Then select each of the tables and click Update Now in the lower right to have all the data loaded into Tableau. And depending on your hardware, this might take some time. Once that's completed, select Sheet 1 on the bottom bar, and then you'll be ready to start manipulating your data. Start by dragging and dropping dates from the left side into the columns bar. Drag and drop total cases ordered into the rows bar. And once you've done that, the dates and total cases ordered are referred to as continuous filters now that they've been added to the column and row bars. You can refine the X and Y axis of the chart by right-clicking on your continuous filters and selecting your preferred granularity from the dropdown. Adding more filters and refining the granularity of each of them will be reflected in the charts in real time. Sherilyn's going to take us through a live demonstration of bringing data into Tableau and then doing some easy, basic, and useful things with it.
All right, so let me take over. Alright, so we're going to start off with importing our data. So similar to what Jason mentioned before, we're just going to be dragging and dropping our data here. So I'll be bringing in our CSV into Tableau. It'll take a few seconds. And our products one.txt. I actually have a duplication, so I'll remove this one. So here, just to show it live, when I bring in products one.txt, Tableau actually can run through all of our data sets and try to find a relationship. Here, it found a relationship between SKUs within our CSV and our products one.txt. And it will manually put it as a many-to-many relationship. I'm actually going to keep it that way because it will be useful to us later on as we create our visualizations. Now that our data is imported, let's go towards our worksheet. Now for our worksheet, you can see here to our left, we have both of our tables, our CSVs, and our products one.txt, and its corresponding headers. So today we're going to be creating a basic line graph that kind of shows the differences between milk and cereals for the month of January and kind of highlight the quantity left throughout the month of January in its specific days. So to start that, I'll actually bring in and create a filter. So since I want to filter to just our milk and cereal, let me look for those within this drop down here. So here's cereal and here's milk. So we hit apply. What's really cool with Tableau, even though we have a filter, we can actually right click on that filter and show it. So now we can see the list of different item types that were available within our products one.txt. But since we only selected on cereal and milk, that's the only thing it will filter on. I'm also going to bring in date and add a filter on that since I only want to see the months. So I just want to filter on January. So let me click on that. And if I show that filter, we also see it right here to our right. I'm also gonna bring in item type for markings. So you have a selection of different types of markings here, but I'm going to drop it under color because I want to differentiate between our two different item types. So right now cereal is blue and milk is orange. As for our columns and rows, I'm actually going to add our days as our columns. So if you right click, you can actually manipulate what you want to see. I actually want to see the days as a continuous value. And for our rows, I want to bring in our quantities left. And instead of a sum, I want to add it as a count. So now we see the different counts throughout of January for both milk and cereal as two separate line graphs. So for changing your axis, you can actually just double click on the axes that you want to change. Here, since our month goes from 1 to 31, I'm just going to add a fixed value. What's nice, it actually does create an automatic range for you, but you can change it as you please. And I want to change the date to just say day of month. So let me go ahead and do that. Um, Count of quantity left looks good. If I want to change the title of the sheet, I just have to double click on sheet underscore 1. And let's change this to quantity left for milk and cereal for the month of January. To properly label. And there we have completed a very simple line graph just highlighting milk and cereal throughout the month of January. You can also change your tab names down here if you want to keep track. So let me rename this to very simple milk and cereal. Alright. So this was just highlighting a worksheet. Before I continue, I do want to differentiate what's a worksheet, what's a dashboard, and what's a story. For worksheet, kind of like what we saw so far, a worksheet contains a single view along with the shelves, legends, and data panes. So our different items here for our tables, here for our rows and columns, and our legends. Um, as for dashboards, we have is a collection of views from multiple different worksheets, and you will see how that comes into play later on. And as for stories, it contains a sequence of worksheets or dashboards that work together to convey an information, which I will also demonstrate a little bit in a few minutes. Now, to move along, I actually created a little bit of other worksheets that we can utilize in order to create our dashboard. So let me bring that up. So we have our milk and cereal. And I also went ahead and created a replica of the same thing using the same work that I did before, but just using baby food and diapers. So now let's create a dashboard. Now for dashboard, you're able to see your different sheets that you created before. So here's the milk and cereal that I demonstrated earlier, and the baby food and diapers that I kind of did off to the side. So this one is very easy. For dashboards, it's also a drag and drop. So let me do that right now. So here's our worksheet for milk and cereal, but you can also drag and drop your other worksheet, um, which is baby food and diapers. Notice that for the milk and cereal, it's different filters and legends popped up off to the side. However, I don't want to see its item types, so we could just remove this. Just click on it and you will see an X that says remove from dashboard. Same thing for the month and date. It's not useful to us. I just want the legend, so let me go ahead and remove that. Here, for our baby food and diapers worksheet, we didn't see its legend come in. However, if you click on more options and find legends, you can bring in its legend as well. Let me go ahead and move that down towards its proper worksheet. So here you go. Now we created a dashboard that consists both information of two different worksheets, one highlighting milk and cereal quantities left for the month of January, as well as baby food and diapers quantity left for the month of January. So another thing that's cool to highlight is if you click on a specific item on a legend, it will highlight that specific item by itself. If you want to interact with your worksheets individually, that all works too. Now let me change the name of our tab. What's a good name to call it? Let's call it quality items, quality food items. All right. Now I'm going to demonstrate how we can create a story. I actually have a workbook already prepared for us here. I created another worksheet off to the side just to show how we can add both um, dashboards and worksheets within a story and how that interacts with each other. So to create a story, you just want to click this little icon down here. Alright, so now when we create a story, here off to the left side, you do see all of your worksheets and dashboards, and you can also drag and drop as you please. As you can see here, there's an add a caption, and this will make more sense once I drag something in. So let me go ahead and start doing that. So let's say we want to bring in our dashboard that we created before. We drag and drop, and now we have our dashboard, so we can see our milk and cereal and our baby food and diapers for the month of January. Let's say I want to add in a caption up here. So I just want to highlight exactly what this is trying to represent, um, which is the quantity items left for the month of January. So here we created one tab of our story illustrating one specific thing that we're trying to convey to our audience. Let's say we want to show another form of data within our story. You can either go here to your left side and choose to either duplicate your current tab within your story or start from blank. I'm actually going to start from blank here. And now, instead of bringing in a dashboard, I'm actually just going to bring in a worksheet, one that I already have pre-made. So here, I'm actually showcasing the total cases ordered for different baby food manufacturers in 2021. So let me add that here within our caption. So now, anyone who views our story, they're able to see not only our total cases ordered for baby food manufacturers in 2021, but they can also view our items left for the month of January for both milk and cereal and baby food and diapers. So essentially what we're trying to do here is kind of show a grocery store insights for the year of 2021 and just highlighting specific different items that we might want to consider to see if we want to bring those back to our shelves the next following year. So this is how we can kind of incorporate all of our different visualizations within one area to convey a specific story. So let's go ahead and change our story title. Same way as before, just double click on the title name, which is currently story 1, and I'm going to change it to grocery store insights and hit OK. And we can do the same and rename our tab. Jason, now going back to our slides.
All right, demo.
So here, with taking all the skills that I highlighted within this demo, you can create your own worksheets, dashboards, and stories to have a final product that is shown here.
All right, so look at the pros and cons. Some of the pros are that Tableau makes data analysis a breeze, really easy to do with the drag and drop interface. It can handle millions of data rows, which is great for large data sets, whether it's a CSV or a database or any one of the many other data sources it can plug into. And the visualizations look very professional, and they're not at all time consuming to put together.
And it's good to note that creating professional visualizations, especially within Python, is very difficult to do, which Tableau kind of makes it very simple and easy as a drag and drop option for individuals to do. Now highlighting into our cons, it is pretty pricey. Let's say you do have to pay $70 per month annually. It can really get up there in price, especially if you're in an organization or just in a team. Also, it's you do need to do some pre-data preparation in order to use Tableau, just to make it a little bit more simpler when it comes to creating your visualizations. You could lead to some issues where it's not showing up the proper data as you wish it would. Um, Another thing is there's also no version control upon publishing your work book. So once you publish your workbook, there's no way you can go back to old data that was reflected within your changes. So that's one con there.
So some of the key takeaways are the easy drag and drop interface requires a pretty minimal learning curve. Large data sets can take some time to import depending on your machine, and Tableau does work best with data that has been cleaned using the Tableau prep builder prior to importing into Tableau. So to wrap it all up, we hope this demo helps to get you using Tableau quickly and doing some simple but very useful and powerful visualizations easily. And thank you for your time.